Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother, and welcome to another Sonic Generations Mod Spotlight. In this video, we will be playing, as you guys can see, as Rouge the Bat, who's been sort of requested for a really long time, so I figured why not throw her in the mix right now. So let's hop into this and... oh. They changed the loading screen there, and it kind of scared me because I thought the game crashed for a second. But, welcome to the level mod we will be playing in this video. As you guys can see, we are in like a hub world right here, and this is a really detailed hub world. And it might be my favorite thing about this mod, like, to be completely honest. It's the first hub world in a mod that I've seen that has enemies and like places to explore and actual challenges, and I think that's really unique. It would be annoying if this was a full-fledged game itself, but instead, it's just a collection of a couple of levels, so I really don't mind it, and I think it's a heck of a lot of fun to jump around and stuff. So, speaking of jumping, let's jump into Act 1 of Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors. And that's right, the level mod we're playing this time, or level mod pack perhaps, is Tropical Resort from Sonic Colors, like I just said. And if you guys have seen my Sonic Colors playthrough, which I just recently completed, well, kind of, I think it's been a couple of months actually, but it feels recent to me, you should already know what I think about this game. This, even though I had not played it until that playthrough, well, sort of, became one of my favorite Sonic games super quickly. I said at the very beginning of that playthrough that I was grateful for you guys suggesting that I play that game, because like I said, it quickly became one of my absolute best Sonic games that I like to play. And that was being completely honest about that. Even though I had not finished the game 100% at that point, I was probably like, I don't know, 3/4 or maybe even like 7/8 of the way through it or something like that. It was just so much fun, and to this day, I will hold that Sonic Colors does that right. If nothing else, it has the fun factor going for it, which is exactly what you want to look for in a video game, right? I mean, isn't that the point of video games, to have fun? It did a lot of things that, previous Sonic games had sort of messed up on a little bit correctly. Like, for example, previous Sonic games sometimes focused a little tiny bit too much on, like, the gimmicks or whatever, whereas Sonic Colors, even though it had the Wisps, which really were nothing more than standard, like, vanilla power-ups that you would expect to find in any platforming video game, it wasn't gimmicky. It was focused mostly on the experience, mostly on the gameplay, and just the raw thrill of rolling around at the speed of sound, man. On top of that, it had, this is Act 2, right? Yes, this is Act 2. It had a pretty good balance of platforming and roller coaster thrill rides that even, like, Sonic Generations is focused more on the thrill ride aspect of things, the roller coaster aspect, where you're just going fast for going fast's sake. Whereas Sonic Colors had a bit more emphasis on the platforming. I'm not here to review Sonic Colors, though. We're here to play through this Tropical Resort mod, which is really well made, I've gotta say. I think, briefly there in Act 1, I heard a voice clip of Eggman, so not only does this mod pretty accurately remake all these levels, but it adds in so much detail, too. On top of that awesome hub world, we've got Eggman yelling at us throughout these levels. It's pretty dang awesome. Oh, and that Tropical Resort music. I don't want to say this is nostalgic, because oops. I always miss that in normal game as well, that little bump there. I don't want to say this is nostalgic, because Sonic Colors, I don't know, it's new to me at the very least, because, I hadn't played it until just recently, like I just said, but I don't know, I'm getting thrown back to the game right here, hearing this music. I feel like this music, though, is just, like, bait for nostalgia. Just absolute, you will, in 5 years, when you hear this song again, want to go back and play some Sonic Colors. Which I suppose is a good thing. A couple things. I had over 50 rings there, and I do have the Supersonic skill equipped. I don't know why I didn't take that up. I just died in a hub world. Oh my gosh, that is embarrassing. But I don't know why I didn't take that off before the video started. Regardless, though, you might be asking, what is Rouge's super form? Well, unfortunately, apparently the creator of this mod recognized that Super Rouge is not a canonical thing in the Sonic series, so there is no super form for Rouge, and the only thing that would happen if I tried to turn into Super Rouge is that the game would crash, and I have, experienced this before, and it's not the most pleasant thing to experience. What else? Oh yeah, the other thing. You might be noticing that there are some graphical glitches as I, like, enter the level. You might see random letters or random, like, objects strewn across the screen or something like that. Don't worry about that. Wow. The light dash in this game, or ring dash, or whatever the heck you want to call it, is so annoying. There's one thing about Sonic Generations I don't like, it's probably that. It just always feels unresponsive to me. Maybe I'm just terrible at video games, but who knows? Oh, man. Yeah, that is because those graphical glitches are because I have the Unleashed renderer on right now because I wanted to improve performance. Because the amount of enemies and the amount of objects and detail in these stages here is just a lot for my computer to handle. And I need to get a new computer really, really soon. But without the Unleashed renderer on, things would lag up a storm. And so you might see a couple graphical differences, a couple graphical glitches here and there. Actually, the Unleashed renderer is intended to make things look better, but I don't know if that's actually happening in this case or not. Man, Tropical Resort, what a fantastic level. It's so vibrant, it's so fun, it's so colorful. It's got so much charm with those egg pawns that are holding the signs and stuff like that. It's awesome. And Sonic Colors, lighthearted as it is, lended itself very well to an opening stage like this, or vice versa. I don't know which would actually be proper in that case, but, go on up here and spring through the world. Now, it's kind of funny, actually, because, what was I gonna say? Oh, playing this with the Sonic Generation style of gameplay is kind of hilarious, because you go so much faster in this game than you did in, normal old Sonic Colors, so you have to sort of get accustomed to that as you're playing, and it's pretty funny, actually, because in, like, Sonic Colors, you went fast enough for the game to be super exciting and stuff, but you did not go Sonic Generation fast. Like, Sonic Generations is ridiculous fast compared to Sonic Colors, even though Colors did have a boost function and all that. So let's run up here, grab ourselves our Rocket Wisp, and that's another thing about this mod, and Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations did have Planet Wisp in the vanilla game, which was awesome, and it did try to create the Rocket and Spike Wisps, also awesome, I suppose, except, just an A rank, gosh darn. Didn't take the alternate pathways. But it did have the Wisps, but they didn't function quite as well as I feel they did in Sonic Colors. They didn't feel out of place, I just felt like they were a little bit clunkier than they were in that game, which I suppose is alright, because they weren't, like, one of the main focuses of Generations. But that was Act 3, now where the heck is Act 4? A thing with a hub world like this is that it's probably not all that difficult to get lost, but man, I like how these robots are just chilling here with welcome signs, like, please, come in, we haven't had customers all day. Well, ever since your, carnival got destroyed years ago, I'm sure the, park safety rating is down, and nobody wants to be up in that. So here we go with Tropical Resort Act 4, and which act was this? I don't remember the individual acts of Sonic Colors very well, probably because they were just so odd. Dang it, I popped the balloons by accident. But it's probably because there were just so many individual acts that I can't remember every single act, and a lot of them are really short, and I'm kind of wondering if this is one of them, because I see that thing spewing out bombs up there, and I remember a thing spewing out, like, bombs or rings or something, and having a really short act, so maybe this is one of those. That's probably one of my bigger complaints of Sonic Colors, is that in, some of the levels, you would just have really short really short acts to go through, and I don't know, they felt a little bit extraneous, or as if they would fit better in a, like, full level or something like that. Let's not do this. Okay, please, Rouge. Down there you go, that's what you, oh boy. Well, that worked out accidentally. I have no idea how I made it through there. Let's grab this red ring, because apparently we can wall jump here. There we go. Why not? And then this Rocket Wisp. I do not remember this bit of the level at all. It might be because I didn't have any sort of Wisps unlocked when I first played Tropical Resort, because I played through the game, like, sequentially as the worlds unlock. So, and I never actually went back and played through it with, like, Wisps in Tropical Resort and stuff. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird seeing these new sections of the levels. But that is what using Wisps can get you. So that's apparently going to shield our progress, and we're going to have to homing attack all the way through here. And I feel like this is probably not the world's fastest run at this level. What do we have? Okay, here we go. Rocket on up here for apparently 1 whole millisecond. Hit that switch, and now we can continue on with this bomb thing just following us everywhere. Man, you're like a robot Lakitu. Eggman has been playing way too much Mario recently, because those ideas sound copyrighted as heck to me. Let's just duck under here and try to hit ourselves this button. Oh, it's a teleporter. I thought it was a button just vertically above that line of rings, but apparently that's not the case, which is probably a good thing, considering the fact that I apparently cannot... Oh, no! That was an Eggman thing, and I didn't even realize it. That is cruel. That is dirty as heck, game. But let's just see if we can get out of here. Uh-oh. 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 Rouge, don't stand up. Don't do it. Don't stand up. No, she got up. Dang it, Rouge. Why did you have to do that? Well, that annihilated all of our rings at the very last second. What kind of a rank is that going to be? An A rank? Whatever. I'm satisfied with it. Who even cares, man? So, where is Act 5 located? I noticed that there are some flying enemies over here, over this gigantic pit of death. So, perhaps Act 5 is past... Wait. Yeah, it looks like there's something up there. So, maybe we're going to have to get past this gigantic pit of death if we want to be able to continue. So, Rouge, it's all up to you. Homing attack. Again. And there we go. I was about to homing attack again, but I probably would have landed on those spikes and died. So... Act 5 is here, and over here we've got Shiny. Shininess, apparently, which I don't think the Unleashed renderer is appreciating very much right now. Let's just get started on Act 5, which I believe is the last act in this mod. I will check immediately after this video, and if I'm wrong, I'll come back and play Act 6. But here we go. Either way, time for Act 5, and let's fly right into it. And I really actually like this Rouge mod because she's, like, flying the whole time. And I don't know, I just think it's really cool. Don't yell at me, okay? I believe that segment we just went through was supposed to be a laser wisp in the original game. And it's kind of, I commend the mod creator, whoever made this mod, whose channel you can find in the description down below if you weren't aware. I commend the creator of this mod for, like, redoing all of the wisps in a way that works for Sonic Generations, because actually recreating all the wisps would be a gigantic programming task, I'm sure, and a very, very difficult one. But they remade sections that you would do with laser. In fact, I think that there was originally a laser segment as well. And other wisps in a way that, like, it feels kind of faithful to the original because it's still the same challenge and everything. It's just, it's in a Sonic Generations sort of style. And, oh, I remember that bit from the original game. Such an awesome feeling. Let's smack through this, though, and grab ourselves our Rocket Wisp so we can rocket straight up here and continue onward. Oh, no, I fell down. Dang it. Man, every once in a while, those things can be super annoying in that they, just don't let you go the way that you want to, man. If you're not instantly sure of your decision, then you ain't going nowhere. Can we boost over here? Yes, we can, but apparently we cannot stay. So let's grab this rocket once again and rocket up here, I believe. Yep, the end of the level is right here. There was a red ring right behind it, but apparently that is just not getting into my wallet today. So what sort of a rank is that? Ah, so close to an A rank. Oh, perfect bonus. A rank. Awesome. You know what? In that case, so close to an S rank, but A is good enough for me. And Rouge, look at her. She's like, got her hand on her hip. She's like, look at that. Look at what I did. And I think she's been blowing kisses this whole time on the camera. You know what, Rouge? Keep it PG, my friend. Nothing more than that. I don't want to see anything more than you blowing kisses. So, this world is a bit graphically glitchy. I'm going to go and make sure that Act 5 is the last act included in this mod pack. So I will be right back. Okay, so, I couldn't find, like, an Act 6 in the hub world or anything like that, but I wanted to show off the fact that you can actually play as classic Sonic in these levels. And so, in doing so, you will be able to use things like the Spike Wisp, which allows us to roll along this wall right here, and apparently not very quickly, so that we can break all the boxes in the world and get along with our lives. And yeah, the fact that the Spike Wisp is in here along with the Rocket Wisp is a really cool detail, and being... Really, you're about to do that to me, Egg Pawn. You're just a pawn, man. I'm the king. That's kind of awkward for Rouge to be saying, but you know what? Whatever. And she looks kind of weird, flapping along and jumping up and down and rolling into a ball and stuff like that in order to function. But yeah, there are classic Sonic versions of these levels. I believe they're essentially the same thing. If not, then I must be missing out on something gigantic, but... Rocket Wisps are going to be used primarily in the modern Sonic versions of the levels, and Spike Wisps, as you might be able to expect in the classic Sonic version of the level. So let's bounce on top of all these blocks, apparently, instead of going through them like you would think you would do with a Spike Wisp, and instead we'll go through all of these ones. So, yeah, here we go, Rouge. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. Maybe I'm just really bad at it or something, but I could never really control the Sonic Generation Spike Wisp as well as I could the Wisps in Sonic Colors proper. And yeah, here we are, playing with Classic Sonic in a 3D environment, and as far as I know... I gotta get a new computer, man. I can barely stand it anymore. As far as I know, if you, go ahead and spin dash in 3D in this mod in why are my controls all messed up? That is kind of weird. Oh, I guess we're on, like... Well... I guess I'm in a pit, first and foremost, but I believe you can... Yes, you can spin dash in this mod. For whatever reason, it's completely possible for you to spin dash and it won't crash the game. I guess the mod creator, programmed that in. So let's go ahead and spin dash jump and straight into the enemy. Okay, can we make this jump, please? Here we go, Rouge. It's not that hard. I know you're not used to being a hedgehog from the 1990s, but... Okay, that's how you make that jump nice and proper. And now I can't turn left or right here, so I guess I'm sort of on rails, and this is only a pseudo 3D environment. But I know there are some levels in this mod where you can go full 3D and spin dash in full 3D, and it's pretty dang awesome. And that's something I would like to see more of in Sonic Generations mods. You know, Classic Sonic needs a little bit more love. Classic Sonic is awesome, he's adorable, he's charming, he's all that you would ever want out of a Sonic character because, you know, he's Sonic. But aside from that, Classic Sonic is really fun, and I kind of wish there was a little bit more love for Classic Sonic in some of these mods. Can we spin dash up there in time and grab this other Wisp? There we go. Now let's get down here, and does this take us anywhere special? I don't think so, actually. So that might have just been a colossal waste of time. Let's just go down here instead and finish up this level. And yeah, this is a segment from before, so this is the same act and all, but we're using Spike Wisps instead of Rocket Wisps, which is fine. And it's really cool that you can play these levels with either Classic or Modern Sonic. I think it's a really nice touch. Like, oh, I didn't even see that Eggman spring there. Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Nope, get out of here, Rouge. Bad idea. Yep. I was about to get shish kebabbed if I didn't get out of there. But, let's go ahead and go on up so we don't clank the world. And there's the end of the level. Oh, dang. We ran, like, right through that red ring there. That's kind of hilarious. But that does it for Act 5 Classic. We got a Rouge, what are you doing? Oh my god, that is nightmare fuel right there. That was... Oh, okay, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. That was terrifying. But yeah, we're still Oh my god, it happens again. That's so ridiculous. Rouge, you have been working too hard today, my friend. You need to go, like, take a break or something. So, that's gonna do it for this Sonic Generations mod spotlight. This was the awesome Tropical Resort mod. You can find the creators of these mods channels in the description down below. Rouge was just not feeling it right there, so she was just done. She wanted to get out of here. You can find the mod creators channels in the description down below. Make sure to go check those out because they do awesome work. Thank you all so very much for watching, and if you could leave a like on this video if you want to see Sonic Generations mods uploaded as regularly as I can possibly get them up, that would be absolutely amazing. Also, make sure you suggest more mods, both level and character mods, in the comment section down below, and I will do the very best I can to get to them all eventually. This Rouge mod and this Tropical Resort mod were both heavily requested, so I did them just for you guys, and it was a heck of a lot of fun. So, thank you all very much once again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.